I'm so excited to get into this matchup.
Well, the pistol round is kicking off with EDG on the defensive side here on Icebox, and Loud already making their way up towards nobody. It looks like there could be a fight on his hands, but nobody. Ooh, he spotted them down below. The info's there for EDG, and the opening pick is too, but a trade back as Loud look to quicken the pace towards this site. Nobody's tucked into the corner, has an opportunity to catch him on the way, but again, just fades back. Nice shot by QCK. The advantage now for Loud, but the players have fully rotated in, and EDG will attempt this retake moments from now when this wall falls, or when they step right on through it. This spams the game for now, and a wide swing from QCK opens up all the space. Loud have got their pistol in the bag.
As an Aspas replacement, but when you're coming up against a player like Khan, you need that star power. Already though, Smoggy off to a flying start. Cowanzine is dropped, Sova gone, and it's definitely going to make things a little bit more difficult now that you don't have your initiator.
Yeah, one of the things they've been struggling with is QCK getting into sites, and without having a Sova to reveal them up, it's going to be a bit tougher. Now no flank protection either as Sadek falls. This is how these rounds typically go when you slow down the pace. You're not going to win most of the fights you're taking, and in this case, none of them so far. The final attempt will be to group up to make some value out of this lower buy round for Loud. They want to drop a couple of weapons out of EDG's hands, but just look how patient and passive this defensive side is being. They're willing to give up the site control and play the retakes together.
Yeah, they've already got them pretty much boxed in once again. The same push has come through from Chichu. Nice work from QCK though. That'll be Khan down, making this one at least a little bit more competitive, trying to get a bit more aggressive as he's going to go through the utility that has been placed down. That flank is the major danger, but with how far forward they've actually gone, I don't know if there's anybody that can actually be picked off. He needs to go huge from this position, and while it's only going to be the one kill, there comes Chichu in from behind, and Les is left to try and clutch this 1 versus 3. There probably isn't anybody else you'd want, but even he can't win out that one.
Not the end of the world at all. I mean, they get the 2 kills. It's sort of bare minimum done housekeeping in a round like this. They didn't overinvest. You know, you said there were some rebuys, but again, fairly minimal considering the lack of losses.
Player left on the site, but EDG have made the realization. Pushing players up mid, got nobody deep in control. They've also got Chichu rotating in, but they are about to be under some serious pressure.
It's the right call again. Same thing we've seen from EDG, just a passive play on A, very confident in their retake game. No big ultis online to help them, and a few shots through the wall that actually hurt Khan. He's down to half HP, a little below. Not going to be ideal for the fight back through. The plant seems to be secured, the cove broken, and a snake bite down, but that's not going to deter them. Now it's time to fight back in, and they've already lost their entry man. Khan down. Cowanzine still in position. The Bladestorm looking to find value. Players up top as well. I mean, Loud are not playing a retake on this. They're not trying to deny the defuse. They're trying to deny any boots on the ground. But they've lost a few fights. 2Es is very low. They've got to be extremely careful here. And with Les down even more so, Sadek dropped. And it's only the 30 HP 2Es left to try and close this round out. Already being stuck to halfway. 2Es needs to time this just right. And the shot is perfect.
Definitely.
Lockdown on Chichu, as we said, not really going to be that threatening when Cowanzine's still up.
Yeah, he's probably just holding the Hunter's Fury for that exact reason, so... Already? Oh, no, never mind. No, he wants to kill. He's gunning for blood, and he's going to get it as well. Might even get a tag onto Smoggy, not far away. Nobody's been having a bleak time over on this A site. Smoggy does well, but he has to give it up. The Reckoning is going to force him back completely, and I imagine we're going to see, yeah, it's an up-top plan, because they're just going to play this one passive. You want to go for a lockdown? Sure. We're going to be sitting so far back that it's not even going to matter. And I'm also starting to have a look at that rotation coming through from Les. He's looking to backstab them.
He's going to be caught. That's the only downside, but maybe they'll think he's around middle, not up here. No, they're checking it, and he's won the fight with 2 snake bites in a post plant. You'd imagine he'd be setting up for that right now, but instead they're committing more resources with 2Es moving through mid. This is a counter to what EDG just put through. A lockdown used, but their back is now wide open. And as they push forward, Les is doing exactly the same. Snake bite up top just to secure no defuse, but there's no one near the defuse, no one near the spike. In fact, as 2Es is about to realize, swinging into heavy traffic, and you know, it's not nice to have 4 kills in a round and have to go and save, but that's the reality for EDG. 7 now on the board for Loud.
Yeah, this one's going to come up. QCK just runs around the corner and headshots him anyway. Like, it made no difference what the plan was.
Get out of my way.
He just domes both. And QCK has been having a much better performance. The setup's been there. Let's not beat around the bush. Well, Chichu's at least going to get one, and no trade. Actually, the high tide kind of helping them out here. Another one for Haldong, but Sadak has found two in response.
Yeah, Tui's hasn't had the best round with his util there, chopping up the map to stop them from being able to keep control of mid, but EDG took it by the reins. Chichu on the flank.
Spike planted.
Good position, but Sadak is still up, and he's on his way back, so that util is going to be online. Has to be broken. Now they know. Now they're ready for the fight, and a little closer than expected. It's Kawanzin looking to take Chichu down yet again. And on this angle, he's not losing it. Clean shot to the head. Viper's Pit went up and online, and that is stopping any chance of them defusing. Surely they've got to. Oh, that's actually a nice recon up top. It hasn't caught him, but it's given away that he's there. Maybe the spams can find value. Kankan's got to wait a moment as nobody steps forward. He's dodging the spam, but Kawanzin steps in on an unexpected play. Even the Pit dropped in the end for Les to find that kill. Tom, this is looking like a mismatch on Icebox.
Yeah.
EDG's map pick, and they've yet to get off one round.
This is a masterclass. EDG didn't show up to the party in this map, and it's not looking good. Kankan has been diffed. That's not something I think has been said in his entire career.
Oh, he's been hot this tournament as well. One of the big reasons I was coming in here believing in EDG, but I can't even point to one player not showing up. One piece of the puzzle, the whole puzzle's missing. All I've got is the front cover to think about what could have been. And hopefully we'll eventually find those missing pieces. EDG are searching frantically. It's a Hunter's Fury pulled out of the bag. Not finding its mark just yet. Some damage, but Sadak and Les quickly trade that back. Very few defenders left standing. In fact, now just one. Smoggy's on all fours. Haldong tries to get back towards him, but he can't land a single shot. It's Sadak to utterly demolish this squad. I mean, he's been doing it so far with his calling. This time into one comeback, Mini couldn't even make this happen.
Tough. Give him a ring. See what he says.
Phone a friend?
Yes.
Or 50-50?
Let's see how good Mini's Chinese is.
I reckon he's a man of many talents.
To be honest, I
Posters probably
wouldn't even be surprised.
No.
But here we go. 11-1. It has not been a good start. Still, potential of a turnaround in the next map, and at least maybe some life in this pistol round. They are going to be able to get off to a strong start. Les looking to find one back, so clean with it. They've got to be careful not to let this one slip away. Already looking like it could happen. Chichu eventually will be able to find one. Kawanzin, he's very close. And I almost feel like Chichu's tempting fate, but they have got themselves in a massively advantageous position, though. An open plant that normally you could only dream of. Multiple positions. Actually, I think the cross maybe missed here. The headshot wasn't even needed, but he has managed to find that first kill.
There's no chance, though. With the time so low, look how far back they're playing. Still with a reveal. You'd have to force one of the fights. Smoggy's already tucked in. At this stage, miracle work needed. 45 HP as well. Nobody cleans it up. And there it is, Tom. They've doubled their rounds. It's a consolation prize. EDG are starting to make a read on this. There's a lot of players around here, some utility in play, and the spike is on its way back towards A, leading the charge by himself. It's a little concerning. If there was still a lurker around A, nobody would have I mean, he's 68 HP as well. He'd have a serious fight in his hands, but it looks like he might get away with it scot-free. Although, actually, the timing is kind of poor here as he goes through the wall. Kawanzin's waiting. Now the spike's down. There's a rifle there, but it can't be retrieved. Chichu's lurking around mid to catch those rotates, but he's going to be spotted in a second. In fact, spotted now. Now he's stuck, and there's players swinging from all directions. Loud, all of a sudden, are in a 5v3. 12 seconds left as the spike is planted. At least they can breathe a sigh of relief. The clock is now on their side, and the players pushing back in haven't got big weapons. Even the kill they got on mid was just a sheriff, so nothing big retrieved. Kawanzin already fallen. Okay, EDG are starting to get their hands on the reins again. It's back under control. It's not looking too scary, although a couple players are low. The time is ticking. Oh no, it's only one! KhanKhan, this is his chance. His aim labs, right? He just needs to hit a few shots and it's Sonic again. Oh, 12 rounds for Loud, and EDG probably wishing they could have just jumped to the next map. This is more demoralizing.
Didn't even buy the Sheriff, Mitch. He didn't even buy that Sheriff.
It's okay, because they're going to map 2, man. They're really good on their opponent's map picks, Tom. Yeah, there we go. Well, fair play.
He's got an Odin in mid. He's got Odin.
Hey!
Okay, KhanKhan's managed to get to. Maybe, no, who are we even kidding?
Nah.
There's so much still that needs to be done. Still 3 players standing for either side. The early battles at least being even. I thought the Odin had a possibility. QCK, neither has spotted the other. KhanKhan is just literally next to both of them. They've all walked past. If anybody turns around, they're just going to see him sat on a perch. There we go. Eventually goes down.
They don't know the second
Smoggy again
player.
has traded, though. It's the players with the weapons. Still, that push-up from Tuiz and obviously the turret no longer online. As they do look to head in towards this A site. The wraparound's coming. You can see less. It's just waiting, watching, buying extra time, even putting the wall up just to slow them down that little bit further. This is all an attempt to try and just give opportunities to his teammates. At this stage, he should know exactly where these players are coming from. The snakebite again, just to make them that little bit weaker as Tuiz continues his sneaky little play around the back. His opponent's none the wiser that he's going to be right up behind them. First kill's free, and he'll close it as well. It has been a map to forget for the side of EDG as Loud come in with one of the most dominant, if not the most dominant performance we've seen in the tournament so far. They are one step away from making it to the top 4.
Nothing but smile. Be nice to EDG after that. It was a really, really rough showing on their map pick, but the promise, they're good on their opponent's map picks. Tom, you opened up the series by saying that. I hope to God you're right.
But that's the thing. We now have to do what EDG did and forget that ever happened and then move straight on. And Loud, they run quite an explosive comp. Kicking it off on this defensive side, you can expect aggression, you can expect pressure. And basically, EDG have to forget that that has been a rough performance. Boombot gone, shock dart counted. Now going to be looking for the split straight through into mid. And still though, there are plenty of players from Loud around these angles. QCK already, as said, was looking good on the last map, looking to try and take control. And it's Less and Howdong with the first couple, but Loud have come out on top.
Still a bit of a struggle to get in towards B main, and well, Spike dropped everybody, split up, and it's only KhanKhan left. He's fired off to find Kawanzine the first, but a double peek quickly secures the round for Loud. And that's another pistol underneath Loud's control. All 3 so far.
So I feel like EDG are going to have to play their defaults well, and in the last round particularly, losing B main like that and having no way in, that was definitely a problem.
Immediate spams through the smoke. Well, Howdong's definitely got the shorter end of that stick. Less has been tagged up a little bit, and Tuiz is down. Okay, EDG, they've got a little bit of punch packed in this one. For the defensive side, they've lost full mid control. So it's time to go walkabouts. A site is under threat from behind, so they're going to secure the front. QCK's already made it past, but the timing is key, and he's picked his angle. Picked the right angle indeed, although the shots don't land. A flash in hand, and it almost cost him his life, but the timing was good. With Howdong down, the heal can be found by QCK, and he's out of there, actually. He's just going to give up the control entirely.
Yeah, not wanting to try and stick around versus the pistols. The thing is, though, the B site is under the control of their opponents. They don't really have the cipher that we've seen from many others, from Chichu on the other side, that gives them that extra bit of information. We've seen a lot of teams really utilize the cipher on this map. Less, though, executing KhanKhan. He was one of the major dangers. Look at the rest of the weaponry that's available for EDG, and it definitely isn't pretty.
Take flight.
Even an extra kill or two, though, in this post-plant could be huge.
Well, this is it, especially with the plant spot, right? Like, this is all about spamming. The downside is 2 classics. Not really going to have the best at times. Nobody know where to go. Found an angle eventually and a kill. But Chichu on another. Now there's a real chance for damage. Shock Dart close, and the spray doesn't land. Kawanzin's now the last man standing. He might not even be able to win this anymore. If he does, it's going to be at a heavy, heavy cost, and he's out.
Fair play. That was a point I had absolutely no belief in the fact that EDG would be able to take that home. Already getting themselves a MasterCard Thrifty, and that's going to be a huge boost.
They have got their early start. This is what we wanted to see. I thought we weren't seeing it with the pistol. The smile on my face. As Loud now have the weaker weapons, and EDG will face off against them with confidence. Con straight around that angle, unless one of the major dangers is already being dropped. Both rifles that Loud have are now on the floor.
This is a confident-looking Con. Was already looking dangerously missing in the last map, and he did have a rough performance the last time they played Sunset as well versus PRX, so I was a little bit worried, but the fact is this round decimating less. 2Es now. Again, it's about getting a kill, getting anything, make things more costly. They know exactly where he is. Now, not shooting it might bait the idea that he's round the corner, but Con is making sure, though.
He saw one, he might have seen two. Decent shock dart as well, some damage done. EDG on their way through, though. They will make the A play with QCK securing mid and now looking to move forward. This is where I expect to run it back, and indeed, it's already popped. He's on his way through. Peak is good for some damage. QCK focused on the site, gets dropped eventually, but he's back in the fight now. Alongside Kawanzin, who's just burned the ball as util. You know, that flash didn't manage to root anyone out of position, but the molly certainly has. They're all low and, well, sat around the same position, just nobody who's up on full. He's the first to swing, post on the wide angle, and find quite a bit of control for himself. The plant still to be secured with 15 seconds. They need to find a safe haven to get that done, and it's the corner up close. Nobody has to hold strong, and with him down, the round is already done. You'd imagine. Come on, there we go.
Yeah, I saw Sadak on 1 HP, and there was a moment that maybe there was some belief, but yeah, a very odd round. Like, I don't mind the ideas from EDG, like the start, if that was the game plan.
Despite that, they're still able to get a good stranglehold over the site. You can see why they're confident on the retake game. Now, EDG, this time focus on B, but there's a flank watch from Chichu. He's caught two players pushing up, but I don't know that he has a way out this time. Stun was good, and they're closing the distance with a Phoenix flash soon to round the corner, and Chichu's in so much trouble. But in the meantime, the spike's being planted, so Loud again have to go for the retake, but as we've said, they're pretty happy with that.
Yeah, they've done really well to isolate the flank every single time. Chichu hasn't managed to really get anything. And now it's up to the heroes on the other side to try and hold this one down. QCK off to a flyer. Con waiting on the corner, looks away, still manages to snap back. But again, it comes down to one. Nobody already spawning the first. Just looking to try and wrap back around into that 1v1. The dart should reveal the player on the spike, knows exactly where Sadak is. I'm waiting for him to try and tap that. It's going to come down to one. And Sadak is a safe pair of hands once again. Loud will convert a fourth round into their favor. Anyone's head that even looks at him for a second.
Well, I think that's also part of it. You have Les in the corner firing with his rifle, letting them know he's there. He throws the snake bite, player gets close, and as soon as the second one's fired, he's running at him to punish him. But not able to. Now when 2Es is there, quick shut down to this round with 3 fast kills. QCK right down on mid, and so is the whole force of Loud. You know, 4-player mid push with a Phoenix leading charge. It's not easy to deal with that. Chichu's the last
got
man
B, guys.
alive. Yeah.
Guys, I've got B.
On the upside,
B is clear.
They've kept their credits for the next round, Tom. That's I think they're pretty thankful for that now.
Yeah, he had one hero rifle to try and do some damage, and the worst thing is that I feel like they've already made the realization that he must have pushed through behind them. Nice shots from Chichu. They need a whole lot more, but somehow Sadak, even when he doesn't have his gun in hand, still manages to just dodge the bullets.
They are just looking for an opportunity right now.
Do you know, I wonder if, like, GEN.G Ya said they're going, well, we can't play them again, right? Because we already played them. And then Senna going, well, they're from our region, so we can't play them again, right? It's just like both seeing who can make the better excuse as to why they don't want to play Loud, because I wouldn't want to face them. Of all the teams we're seeing, look to make it to the playoffs. They're looking fearsome. Now a gap, well, it was left for a millisecond. Sadak, I think there might have even been a flicker of a knife in his head for just a moment.
30 seconds left.
30 seconds. They have no map control. They are just looking to take it to the elbow, the flash, perfect. He hasn't killed anyone yet, but GRANDE, he just slaughtered every member remaining of EDG. Any questions that were being asked of this man now? Gone.
I mean,
okay.
Ambitious with the Rolling Thunder on the back of the reveal. This is going to be big. That's caught quite a lot of players, even towards elbow. It's keeping KONKON in position. The ult was used. Smoggy can be revived. So Loud might want to compete for mid control. Maybe this can work out for EDG to force another fight. Instead, Kawanzin wants to try to get a little angle. He's got a spam on it, but he's traded out. That's what EDG wanted. The man advantage sits in their favor as they move towards B, and they're bypassing this Viper's Pit entirely. Sadek needs to be careful here. He's playing a risky game up against KONKON. The flank is underway as well. Look, Chichu's thread the needle straight through.
Yeah, the thing is, it might actually end up banned for him. I think the steps will be heard, so he should be able to catch Tui's this time.
Sadek can stop it.
He's been expected, and even still, it's looking like they might finally get another round. Not quite anything for Sadek, and now it's left on to less. Finally, after a long hiatus from the board, we do see another round, the last round of the half, go the way of EDG.
I like it.
They're master of puns.
Especially because he's got quick one in his name as well. Would it be a quick one? That would have been good as well, but it's fine. Forgive it.
There we go. Leading the charge is QCK. He has been fantastic in this matchup so far. 18-6. A side going to be completely under their control. Now, the same idea is in play from EDG. We've seen a lot of teams go for the retake on this side. Paranoia still available. Shock darts, an extra flash for Smoggy. They have the utility to do it. The question is, did Loud even let them get that far?
Well, there's certainly been a lot of promise on the Loud retakes, like you said. EDG look to capture some of that magic. Smokes are down. The retake's underway. Flank spotted as well. Loud have a good idea of exactly what EDG are trying to do. The crunch comes in and they're ready. KONKON dropped right away, but a quick fight back. EDG still have some life in them with Smoggy picking up another. It's down to a 2v2, but QCK stands strong. Nice shot by Smoggy, but the molly at his feet. Too hot to handle. 10 rounds for Loud. Talk about in their previous games. In this one, though, 5 rounds across the series so far. Loud have just had complete control. Their buy round here represents a chance to put the foot down, at least make this scoreline a little bit closer. But again, the man winning those opening duels doesn't change. He's taken damage and now finally dropped. And KONKON's made it out a lot. Kawanzin's dead to the nade. He just stood in it. Smoggy's taken down less. Okay, well, it started out poorly, but it's been recovered. It was starting to be recovered nicely by the side of EDG. Not again. Not in rounds like this. Chichu, the player pushes a smoke against him, and he wins it. Come on. Loud just can't lose.
No, not a third time.
The script
not
is bad, and it's not for EDG.
He's got 3 kills pushing through smokes.
12-3.
The one real benefit, well, the one only benefit, is the fact that we are seeing Loud in terrifying form and looking to make their way through to the playoffs. Playoffs that, well, we definitely want to see them if they're going to continue up their run like this. Smoggy, flash is good, but less is there. Playing counter once again. Chichu about to be under some serious pressure. They're trying to counter out QCK, but he ain't stopping. He knows there's a guy stuck in the corner, and he's going to clear him out and take down KONKON as well. This man has started off this map in real form, and he's looking to finish it in the same way. Kawanzin is going to put another in the dirt. It's left all onto nobody, and the fact is nobody is standing in Loud's way, closing out this series. A obliteration of EDG as Loud make their way to the playoffs easily.